Hey, Matt Green here, and I want to show you how you can go from $0 to $2 million investing into multifamily real estate. And multifamily real estate's an asset that I've been investing into for over 7 years now, and I've been able to grow our company's portfolio to over $100 million of assets. And this portfolio has all been built on this system that I want to share with you in this video. And it's a simple process that, if you follow all the way through, is going to create success with your investments that you select, and the properties that you find off market and throughout this entire system that I'm going to share with you. It's going to help you generate money as well. So the first thing that you have to do when you're looking for real estate is you have to find an off-market deal, because off-market deals are going to be a lot less competitive. If you look at deals within the marketplace that are on the market, then those are going to be much more competitive. So it's like when we look at deals that are marketed publicly, because they're just doing an entire marketing process for the deal, it just makes it much more competitive, because there's like 30 or 40 people bidding on multifamily property right now because the market is so competitive. So you have to really break out of that competition and look for off-market deals. And to find off-market deals, you have to contact property owners within a specific marketplace that you want to acquire real estate in. Maybe it's your local hometown, or maybe it's an area that you're really familiar with, but you have a lot of confidence in, and you know where the market stands and what the upside is because you know some of the properties in the area. But you want to find a market that you're familiar with, that is something that you can manage, but also something that has good upside, where you can renovate the units to generate more value at the property. And this is a system that I like to call forced appreciation. So when you find a property that has upside potential, you can force the property to appreciate, because you're going to spend money investing into improving the property, and that's going to force the value to increase because you're increasing the rents after you renovate the property. So that's what you really have to get started with first, is looking for off-market deals. When you're looking for deals that have upside, you want to look for a property that has been neglected. Maybe it hasn't been upgraded in 30 or 40 years, and this is your opportunity to find this property, convince the seller to sell the property to you, put in a good offer, and acquire the property so that you can improve the property, put in new finishes like kitchen cabinets, flooring, countertops, and renovating the entire unit so you can get that upside in your rents, and that's going to help you really grow your wealth really quickly. This is the fastest way that I've learned that you can generate wealth in real estate, because once you buy the property and go through all the improvements, you're going to get that value right after you complete the unit and sign that new lease. So the moment you sign the new lease at the property, from your $800 to $1,200 or whatever it is, then your value is immediately increased at the property. So that is the main key and the main driver for generating a return on your investment the quickest way possible. On top of knowing the location and the property that you're going to invest in, you have to know the comps. You have to know what other people are charging rents for at the property, and you have to know what the market can bear on the upside for the rents. An important factor for finding properties with good upside is knowing what the comps are within the marketplace. You have to know what other people are charging within the marketplace and what rents are going for on properties that have already been renovated. And once you get that basis, that's going to give you an idea, and it's really going to allow your appraiser, once you acquire the property and you're doing some upon completion analysis on the property to make sure that you can get that improved value. Having comps or proving that you've done it before in the past is something that really helps and goes a long way. But even if you haven't done it in the past, and you can put comps together of other properties that have renovated units and achieved a similar result that you're trying to accomplish, then that's going to make it a lot easier for you to get to that improved valuation at your property. It's going to take a tremendous amount of time and a relentless persistence finding a property. You just have to continue picking up the phone, making calls, calling as many people as you can, of people that have properties, so that you can see if they're interested in selling. And don't be afraid of the rejection. If somebody says no, or they're not interested in selling right now, that's okay. Nobody has to sell you a property in the next week or so. You just have to chip away and start building relationships with people that own property, so that one day when they decide to sell their property, they're going to think of you and send you the information on the property and what they're looking for, so that you can have the chance to acquire the property. So you're going to get a mix. So when you call people, you're going to get people that are maybe not ready for 6 months to sell. You're going to find people that want to sell immediately, and you're going to run into people that don't want to sell their property at all. It's just building a list, figuring out who you can connect with, and then sort of filter your list and see who you should follow up with in 6 months, so that you can capture that deal when they're ready to sell the deal. So just staying on top of everybody and building a long list of people that own property is just really a critical piece for being successful. And a lot of people they're always saying they're unable to find anything, or the market's so competitive it's impossible to find deals. That just means you're not calling enough people and trying to put deals together. If you're on the phone and connecting with people on a daily basis, you're always going to find deals. There's no shortage of deals on the market. You're going to be on the phone making dozens of calls every single day until something clicks. That's just going to be how the process is going to work. Then one day you're going to find a property where something just clicks, where you found a deal, it's got upside where you can raise the rents $500 per month if you spend $15,000 per unit on improving it. And that's going to be your deal, where you're going to make a tremendous amount of money on it in a quick amount of time if you can put all the pieces together and close on the deal and make the numbers work and have a crew to help you renovate the units. That's how you're going to really grow and put that whole process together. There was a deal that we did not too long ago. It was about 30 townhouses, and we bought it for $2 million. We went in and we spent about $20,000 per unit through improving the exterior. We put all new landscaping, curb appeal, vinyl siding, and then on the insides we put all new finishes throughout. And we were able to raise the rents about $500 per month, and the property value went from $2 million up to $4 million within about 17, 18 months. And that's when we're projected to complete the project. We're actually working on it right now, but we have the entire process completed and in place to see that all the way through. So it's just finding deals that you can put together that have the upside, that can take you from that $0 to $2 million profit that you're looking for. But at the end of the day, nothing is going to happen until you start picking up the phone and calling on property owners to start putting deals together. Start putting yourself out there and making connections. That's the way that you're going to put deals together. And there's always somebody making calls every second of the day trying to put deals together that is trying to beat you out. So you have to start making calls today to start making the process work for you. What are you waiting for? There's nothing to wait for. Get started making calls today and start putting